Hi, my name is Helene Raush, and this is my Jewish geography story. It was January of 1990, and I was heading down to Florida for a National Jewish Law Students Conference. I had a friend who had gotten married in the last couple of years. She was from elementary school, and she had moved down to Florida and was living there. So I decided to go a day early to spend a day with her and her husband before I went to the conference. So we had a nice dinner at our house and cleared off the table. And then her husband pulls out this family tree that he had just received from his mother. And he commented to me that he really had wanted to get this a few weeks ago because they had gone to Israel and he was hoping to have it when he went to Yad Vashem so he could do some research. But it didn't come in time, but he was pulling it out to look at it that night. So I'm interested in genealogy and things like that. So I said, oh, can I take a look at it with you? And he said, sure. And I went over and I'm looking at this family tree. And before I could get the words out, I look and I see the names of my grandparents, the first names, Marion and Robert. And before I can get the words out that, oh my God, this couple has the same names as my grandparents, I look down and I see my parents' names. And then I see my name, my brother's name, my cousin's name, my aunt and uncle. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, her husband that I had only met like one time briefly at the wedding. Here I am on his family tree. Like, so now we're related. I'm related to my childhood friend that I'd known for years. And I was amazed. And you can see, basically it's the Zalman family tree. And it's August B'nai Zalman. So this guy Zalman had 12 children. My family is descendant from child number 5, which is Mariasha, and he's descended from number 12, Zavel. And if you look on here, you see number 5. And if you see down here, it has my parents' names, and it's kind of cut off, but it has my name and my brother's name. So the other interesting piece of this is that my mother's maiden name is Goldberg. My friend's husband's last name is Hill. And the reason that it's different, he explained to me, he said that there was a rift in the family and the original name was Gildenberg, but when there was a rift, I guess Gildenberg became Goldberg, and they took Hill because it sounded like guild, and Berg means mountain. So they took Hill to separate themselves from the family, but still, I guess, keep the essence of the name. And the only sad part of this story was the day that I went down to Florida and discovered this was the day my mother had gotten up from sitting Shiva for my grandfather, this is his family tree, and he had just passed away obviously the week before, and he had been fine up until then. So if I had had this, a week and a half earlier, I could have sat down and talked to him. But it was just pretty cool to find out that now I was related to this longtime family friend of mine.